What's good, everybody? Timeless Traveler here, and welcome back to another Let's Play. Now, what did you think of that intro? That wasn't a hack, that wasn't a mod, everybody. We legitimately now have Spectator Mode on the Bedrock Edition. As of today, November 29th, 2012, or 2022, I'm sorry. We have Spectator Mode on Bedrock 1.19.50. So that is why I was able to go through those walls to make a nice looking intro. You could see what we did in last episode building the Nether Hub. You could see the exterior of the tunnels and some of the extra work that had to go into making the inside of the tunnel look nice. And just as a little more proof of this spectator mode, so all we have to do is check this out. I'm gonna just switch spectator mode, and look at that. I'm a floating head, and we even have our camera account Steve here to help us around and make some nice looking time lapses in future episodes. But this is just incredible. This is legit. This isn't on experimental features. This isn't on the preview. This is on the full release version. We have spectator mode, so expect to see some more videos and time lapses, intros, and all that stuff from me, and of course various other content creators out there for the Bedrock platform with making use of the spectator mode. And real quick, before we go any further with this episode, just a quick shout out to one of my subscribers, Shivansh Kurmi. You reached out to me on one of my previous episodes about a month ago, and so I'm just now reaching back out to you with that shout out. So Shivansh Kurmi, this one's for you. And speaking of, recognizing and acknowledging subscribers, back not too long ago when I had about 790 subscribers, I made a post and I said, hey, we're almost at 800 subscribers. For the first person that comments on this post, I will build your Minecraft skin in my world to also watch over the industrial district alongside this one with our subscriber Oimi007. So someone responded once, to have their skin built, and that person is Pain Not Pain. So we're going to be building their skin in here. So Pain Not Pain, thank you for watching my stuff. We're gonna build this statue, not next to this one. You're gonna be, I think we're gonna have you overseeing the wood farms, if that's all right with you. We'll have you somewhere right here in this general area. So we're gonna build your statue, and then we're gonna get on to other parts of the video. So let's hop into a quick time lapse. Not too bad at all. So here we have Pain Not Pain overlooking the wood farms, specifically our spruce farm and our dark oak farm. It's not a pretty good view so far. This industrial district is coming together lovely, and with all of you subscribers slowly filling in the space here, it's just looking more and more better each time. So we have two here right now. We'll have more in future episodes as time goes on as well. So if you paid attention to the title of this video, we've got quite a lot of work cut out for us in today's episode. It's going to be a lot of patience on my part, doing the same farm twice. Yeah, you saw it right, double guardian farm. So as we've been developing this world, I was like, we need a better XP farm than this. Now this is a nice source of XP. I need to change things up a bit because now I quite honestly don't need shoulder boxes of rotten flesh. So I need to update this and just make all the rotten flesh go into auto droppers and spit it into lava, so we don't have all of this rotten flesh. It's just annoying. It's a waste of resources. It's a waste of shulker boxes. So I've been trying to stay away from this one. So that leads us to another source of XP, and on the Bedrock Edition, I believe the highest amount of XP that can be granted from a farm is the Guardian farm. So that's why we're going to be putting together that. All the resources from a Guardian farm are not junk like rotten flesh over there. Everything we get from a Guardian farm, we can get fish, we can get, I think we can get bones. We can get all the prismarine shards and bits and pieces to make the prismarine blocks, sea lanterns, all that stuff. Pretty much everything in the prismarine, did I say primstone earlier? Prismarine variants, except for dark prismarine. We'll have to get some ink farm of some sorts. But yeah, that's going to be our source of XP, and that's also going to give us a few more blocks for future building. And I was thinking that what if we had more than one guardian farm running? And in order to do that, you have to consider the simulation distance. I'm currently running on a sim distance of 12, which means that within a 128 radius from me, so I guess technically 256 blocks out from one end to the other, entities and, you know, things will run. There's it's a taking area. And so what we're gonna do is, I found, it took me a long time. I was looking for guardian farms that were close together. Sometimes I found 3 of them together, almost 4, but they were just a chunk away. Just barely far enough away that neither one of them could both be active at the same time. I finally found one, and it's actually not that far away. I've spent a quite amount of time digging in the nether. I actually had to expand one of the nether tunnels in the cardinal direction, and then I had to dig off into an off branch a few hundred blocks. So we're gonna go over there. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Let's rewind. I need to prepare, and one of the things we got to do is we got to make some notch apples. Now, someone was asking me how I was able to create notch apples or enchanted golden apples in survival. It is because of an add-on called Bedrock Tweaks.net. You go there, you go into the crafting tweaks section, and it'll give you back the recipe that we used to have to create enchanted golden apples. Those have been playing Minecraft for more than 5-6 years. Remember that we could actually build this in like legit vanilla. Same recipe, very expensive. I think it's fair to use gold blocks and apples, maybe make it a little bit more expensive if they bring it back, but it works. So we got ourselves some golden apples. We are going to, before we actually build the guardian farm, I'm going to gather a ton of sponge, which reminds me I need this with us as well, because a sponge breaks the easiest with a hoe. So now we're going to be doing some monument busting. Our main goal is to get at least 2 stacks of sponges. Lots of sponges, because anyone that knows how to build a guardian farm knows that draining part of the water is so much easier if you have sponges. And so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hit up like 10 guardian farm or 10 ocean monuments. There are this ocean that we're coming to right now, there is a nice row, a nice chain of them all along from one edge of the ocean to another. We're just going to go down the line and just systematically take them all out. We've got, for anyone that doesn't know how to go into a monument, what you have to know is that you don't want to bring potions or milk with you, because these elder guardians are just going to give you that mining fatigue any second now. That's going to happen. But what we want to do, we don't let that deter us. We want to take out these guardians as quick as possible. And I found this little trick. I was watching Shulkercraft maybe almost a year ago. Ever since then, I am much more confident in taking out these elder guardians. So what we do is we just cover this up on all sides like that. We're just going to blow a hole in here. Once we're in here, let's go get some oxygen real quick. Now that that's open, we just take out guardians. Now there are 3 of them, so you have to do this 3 times. This one's a little tough. I accidentally let him out. This has actually never happened before, but basically we're gonna have to do this one by one, and we already have a sponge now. Oh, and we also got ourselves a mob head. Perfect. So we're gonna do this a few times. Let's maybe do like a montage or something of this. I don't know. So we got ourselves about 6.5 stacks. I would have had more, but believe it or not, some of the monuments did not have any sponges, which was a shocker to me. I tore them apart. I even took the camera accounts and flew through in spectator mode. There legitimately were no sponges in some of these monuments. So yeah, it was a shock to me. I thought every single monument had sponges. Turns out they don't. But we still have we already have it marked out on the tunnel. We're gonna go over that way right now. I'm gonna build the portal here in the Nether, and then we're gonna come all the way back into the overworld, go find the monuments, and then take them out. Hopefully there's some more sponges in there. If not, it's fine. I still have 6.5 stacks of sponge, but we're gonna, work on the farm after we get both the portals set up. And then, of course, since we're here in the Nether, we might as well, we have trouble. We might as well, dry off our sponges. And just like that, we have all the sponges dry. I just got the portal in here. Just got to turn it on. It's all coming together, everybody. I'm excited. So now we just have to go to the overworld, to these exact coordinates on the other side, of course. It's going to be quite the distance because, we're at the negative 700, negative, 300. So it's times 8. It's pretty far. It's pretty far, but we'll get there in just a moment, and then we'll take out the other 2 ocean monuments. Now, admittedly, the best part about this tunnel, I just love going hundreds and hundreds of blocks on a boat, on ice. I mean, tell me this isn't one of the coolest methods of travel ever. And about over 6,000 blocks later, look at this, everybody. We got a monument here and a monument here. And on a sim distance of 12, most of the spawning spots on both these farms in this sweet spot right here, they mostly work. So we're going to get more than 25 active spawning spaces at one time. So we're not necessarily going to be doubling our rates, but it's going to be a significant increase, at least an extra 50% to 70% of an increase. So we're just going to do what we did last time. I got to get my stuff ready. Well, since we're here, let me build the portal and put it right in the sweet spot. All right, just a moment of truth real quick. Let's make sure that this is linked to the other side. We should come out right there in our tunnel. Perfect. We're going to turn that into a guardian farm. We're going to turn that into a guardian farm. AFKing right around in this general area. We're going to get the rates and experience from both farms. I'm trying to get a good view from up here. So we have pretty much most of the farms completed. We still need to do the wiring. We still need to build the storage. We got another time lapse coming up where we're going to build the platform to put the storage in here in a minute. But what I did actually is a few days ago, I actually made a post giving a little teaser of what's coming up in this episode. And then one of you, OMVR, was you commented on the fact that I'm building this without portals, because a lot of people, it seems, build these without portals, and you wanted me to do a tutorial on it. And I said I want to do like a full-fledged tutorial, because all you really do is you just build it the exact same way. You just don't have the portals in here, of course, and you just take out the circuitry that involves blocking said portal. But what I did here is, after I have it all built, I'm just gonna show you how to build the right and the left facing cell one time, just as like a quick overview. So for reference, this point and that point on the very far end, those are the spawn spots that we marked out. I just removed all of my marker blocks, but this is the spawn point for the guardian, and just to make sure, we actually blocked all the way down. So yes, this is in fact the legitimate spawn point for the guardian. What we want to do is you want to build it the similar way. I had a little certain process of building it for the sake of the time lapse and having it visually look a little bit better. I broke it into half at a time. So by that I mean I did, I put the dispenser here, and then put down the observer right here, the other observer right here, and then the third block in we placed down the trap door, just like that. And then I would put the piston right here. And then once we have this first half done, what I did from there was I would place down solid block here, dust here, solid block here. Yes, solid block here with a spot of glass, lever, redstone, dust, and then we also are going to need our torches. We'll put the glass block right on top of here. And then we're going to get out our top slabs, place them right here with the repeater and the dust. After doing this one time, you have the entire farm memorized, so it's just pure muscle memory for me at this point. And then just kind of get into this sweet spot right here, and just get into the sweet spot right there, and place down that solid block. Place down our repeater, get out the solid block again. Just like that, and then we put our two torches here and here. So that's how we do. I believe this is the right facing. I don't know. Something's wrong. I missed a piece. Redstone dust right here. Perfect. I believe this is the right facing. This is the right facing. This is the left facing. And then this one's going to be the exact same. You just build it on the opposite side. So I just kind of take out these pieces right here. What do we have? We need piston, dispenser, and observer, and put the pistons right here. We'll put the dispenser right here. We'll put the observer down like this, facing in like that. And then we still need the trapdoor 3 spaces in, and then you pretty much the rest from here. But what we can do is we'll put that right here. We need some glass, and then we also need a touch of redstone dust. Get the lever here, and then we'll put the solid block here, redstone dust right here. We need to put our torch here, get the glass, place it on top of that torch, bring this redstone dust up a little bit more. We need our top slabs. Make sure they're top slabs. You can't place it if they're not top slabs. So we'll get the redstone repeater here, and then the last bit of dust right here. Solid blocks on the dust and on top of here to make the clock. Place down our repeater going into that solid block. Place down this, 2 torches, and that's all there is to it for the left side. And look at that, we now have everything done except for like a couple small details, like having a little hut to AFK in, but the farm itself is completely done. We got the water streams, we've got water buckets inside every single dispenser, we got all of our tridents ready. All of the spawn spots for the guardians are completely blocked except for right here where the dispenser is going to output the water. Where that water is going to come out is going to be the only place the guardians can spawn. As soon as they spawn them, they go straight to their deaths. All the XP, all the items are going to go into our modified water stream. It's going to send everything up here, and then it's going to go, I overshot that, and then it's going to go straight into these hoppers. Every single one of these is programmed. It will only take certain items. We're going to do about 3 hoppers per item, and then we have 2 more here for like random bits, like the guardian heads If there's any fish that end up spawning in there, you know, fish, bones, squids, so ink sacs, glow ink sacs, and then, so here's the thing, you'll notice that we have nothing to burn the excess items with through the water stream, right? I decided to do something a little different this time because I actually want to make use of the XP for this farm and not just get rid of it. All the XP is going to just flow through, and then that little spot right there, that's our AFK spot. So the XP is going to just straight down and just rain over me. Because of that, we don't want items going overboard if anything gets too full, if there's no room for anything. So then from there, if anything gets excess and it just keeps going along and along and along, it's going to go into here. And then what we have set up is every single one of these has an overflow hopper. So you see this entire line, it's going to go straight into our waste disposal. Now it's not going to do this first because anyone that knows anything about hoppers prioritize pulling from another hopper over pushing into another. And I don't know why, it's just easier, and that works for us. So when an item enters this hopper, it's going to prioritize, will this one take any items? Okay, it's empty. Let's pull the item in. Oh, this is full. Well, then let's push it into the next one, and it just repeats that process until it goes into here. So that's how we get rid of all of our excess items. And then we have a nice little control panel right here that's going to control the left farm or the west farm. And then we have one over here that's going to control the east farm on the right side. Now we're just going to stay here. We got the looting 3. And I'm gonna just want to test the XP real quick first, so we should start hearing those sounds. Give it about 20-ish seconds. It's gonna take a while for it to travel all the way over here. And we can even see them trying to attack me from all the way over there. That's about 128 blocks away. And we're getting XP, perfect. We're far away, and they're still trying to hit us with their laser beams. It's incredible. The will of these guardians to take me out is just unbelievable. Not getting as much XP as I thought we should. Maybe we'll get more as time goes on, because we're supposed to get about 30 levels. Well, from level 0, we're supposed to reach 30 in about 30 seconds. We should be getting more XP than this. I might have to extend that out a bit, but that's okay. Let's take a look at the item collection. Okay, all the fish goes into the what? Not that one. Okay. Now a couple of those shards were skipping over the hoppers, which kind of annoys me. This is an issue that I had with the emerald farm. See, the shards completely skipped over and went straight into these ones, which should not be happening. This is really gonna annoy me. I don't know how we can stop that from happening. If any of you have any idea how, please let me know, because this is just ridiculous. I had this issue with the emerald farm. I would lose so many emeralds and redstone because it just wouldn't want to get picked up by the hoppers. It's just ridiculous. I mean, this is looking absolutely amazing, aside from a couple issues with the item collection, and we'll have to work on the XP a bit, I think. But just look at this. They are really trying to take me out on both sides, and they just can't. And we're getting all this great loot, all this great XP. But there you have it, everybody. We have ourselves a double guardian farm. I mean, how many times can you honestly say that you've seen a double guardian farm? How many times in your world have you had the chance to properly make a double guardian farm? I mean, usually these things are spread out by a few hundreds of blocks. These ones were only spaced apart by about 300 or so. So finding that middle point was perfect. This took a lot of time, a lot of planning, a lot of measuring to get these farms exactly where I needed them to be to make everything work. We'll turn this off to stop some lag. But that's going to be all the time that we have for today, everybody. Thank you all again so much for watching. I am Timeless Traveler, and this was my Let's Play. Let me know what you think of this double guardian farm, and as for those that have been building one of these in your worlds, I hope you stuck around long enough to see how we built these cells without the nether portals. I know a lot of people were asking me, and some of you were also even asking Silent on his video on how to do it. So if you stuck around long enough to see that happen, well, you're welcome. Thank you all so much for watching. This took a lot of time, like I said. A special shout out again to Pain Not Pain. We have you overlooking my industrial district. So that's another subscriber that will be forever remembered, or not remembered, you're not passed away, will be forever recognized on this world. And also, if anybody can figure out why I'm having this issue where some items will skip over like that, there's literally 3 hoppers programmed to take those shards, and it's skipping all 3 of them, all 6 of them, and then going straight into the one that's not being programmed. They're not full, they're not overflowing, that's not the issue. They're simply not going into the hopper that's programmed to filter it out. So help me figure that out, please, because I'm supposed to redo my emerald farm and stack 48 villages, but if I don't have a good storage system, it's not going to go well. And if this is continuing to happen, it's going to be an impossible project. So please let me know. Also, don't forget to leave a like down below, comment on this video, subscribe if you have not already. Let me know if you have a double guardian farm, or if you don't, do you have ocean monuments that are close enough for you to build a double guardian farm? I don't see many of these, so it'll be interesting to see how people do their double guardian farms. Let's get more of these going. So as always, you all take care, have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next episode.